What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the TEEJCAST, and we're here with Ony.
What's up, everybody? TEEJCAST.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
TEEJCAST, calling it about the process because we're talking to different artists and creatives just about their creative process. You know, there's so many different routes people take, and it's cool just studying them.
Okay. It's a little creepy, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
because I'm all about like sharing the knowledge. I feel like a lot of people focus on the gatekeepers and feeling like people are trying to hide things. I don't think that's true. But then there's not a lot of people also giving away all their secrets, right? Their secret recipes. People want to gatekeep their own stuff. And then give away like the ABCs. But yeah, for me, I'm all about like I don't want you to take 3 years to get good at something. Like I could just tell you, it's all about following instructions.
Yeah.
Too. It's not just about sharing because a lot you could tell people how to do something and they're still gonna do it their own way. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, hearing about different people's process, for me, it's helped, just whether I take one little gem from it, or I take nothing from it. Sometimes I'm just like, that's the opposite of how I do things, and just learning that makes me more confident in how I do things,
Facts. Yeah. So, what do you want to know, bro?
Yeah. I want to ask you, what's something that's been inspiring you lately to create music, whether it's a genre or an experience or feeling, anything?
What's been inspiring me? Discipline and consistency. So I work with a lot of people. I have a lot of like artists that I collaborate with, artists that I work for. And I feel like we motivate each other, like our community and us like all right, who's doing their next project and why, what's inspiring them. And so I feel like my community inspires me and being around that energy, it recharges my batteries. I'm somebody that I can get my batteries could die out if I don't eat. Sometimes I don't need food. Like, so it's just good to have a strong environment of people that are active and making something, trying to do something, trying to push a message, amplifying their voice. Like, I started doing audio engineering at a very young age. So I always respected people that had the courage to go on a microphone and use a sound system and like amplify a message. So that seems to be my safe space.
Yeah, for sure. Consistency is a big thing I've learned, just being an artist in general, because you could do something like so well, but it's about how often can you do it well,
So some people are not gonna have that discipline and not have that consistency. Even me, I'm not perfect. So the fact that I have so many people in their spurts of going in, I get to. So I'm maneuvering through all of that energy like throughout the year. So I just feel like that's been keeping me going in general, So I'm always around creative people. And even if I'm feeling like haven't been making as much as I would usually make, I'm a part of somebody else's ongoing process that's like by the time I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna make something because of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one thing, in our creative relationship, but just how I've seen you work with artists in general, is that you help artists take their project to the finish line. Would you say often, is that a majority of what you do, or do you often help people start songs from scratch too? I know that's something you get into.
Yeah, I think songs come from conversations first. And a lot of people talk to me outside before we make music. Because sometimes somebody's not going to make music because something's going on with them, right? And so a lot of times just talking to me, I'll just tell them like that's a song. So yeah, like a song can come from a conversation. It can come from a lot of mistakes too. So sometimes when I'm making songs with people, I'll take the stuff that they didn't like and I'll be like, that's another song. But I forgot the question.
Do you help artists usually start?
Yeah. So that's a big thing that I do at the studio where somebody like just last week, she's just like, I'm trying to get serious. I've never like been to a studio before. I want to make a song from scratch. And I'm like, all right, and literally came with that and nothing else, not a voice memo, not anything else. And she walked away with a song by the end, with two songs by the end of that session. So yeah, I would say most of the time though, people when they're ready to record, so they from like getting out of the demo-itis, like they're on the final draft of their demo, and now they want to get the final version of the song. That's when most people are like working with me.
Yeah.
They're building themselves up to the studio. Ooh, the studio.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
how I feel kind of too. I mean, usually when I'm in the studio, it's like to finish a song. You know, I feel like it's almost an old school approach now to go in the studio and make a song on the spot, even though it's still done very often. But nowadays, like, I feel like so many artists have home studios or they write in different environments because it's just so easy to be portable with it. But there's still so much to be said about just sitting down and having an experience and making it on the spot and capturing that moment.
I guess. I mean, I think it's a mindset thing. It depends what you've been exposed to. I don't think the studio is not a place to start a song from this. Like, you can do anything in the studio. That's the
Yeah.
purpose of a studio. It's a blank canvas. So you can just do a sample pack for yourself. Like, one thing that I always tell singers to do, especially vocalists or anybody that plays like a saxophone, a flute, you should not just always try to work on a full song, but try to make just top line melodies, like catchy hooks, catchy phrases, 2-bar lines, 4-bar lines, whatever it is. Try different time signatures of just like top lines, loops, and make a folder of that. If you're a percussionist, you're gonna have drum loops, but vocalists don't tend to like they don't tend to see their voice as an instrument in the same way as a drummer would do drum loops, right? And study different pockets. So you can do that with your voice, and that can always be something that becomes a song. Like a producer can take that and sample you.
Yeah.
And I feel like the studio is there for stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you can just learn about tone. That's so important for anybody doing music. Engineers, all we do is we're just tone managers, tone shapers. And that needs, like, that's a part of it's a gym, you know, it's a
Yeah.
gym for music. So if you go to the gym and you only do your chest, you're gonna have a huge chest and skinny legs, and then, you know, so the studio is not just for your chest. Like, you could do your back, you could do your arms. There's so many different aspects of your instrument that you can open up to. Ask engineers about practice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now studios are becoming like Airbnbs, where it's like a content space, a thing to show people that you're a serious artist. But you could do writing sessions in there. Like, my favorite thing to do at the studio is songwriting camps. Yeah, and we're just cooking up, and there's a
Yeah.
bunch of people together trying to make something fire. Like, that's the most fun thing. But
For
yeah,
sure.
it's just, I think it's that way because it's a reliable place to find somebody who finishes songs a lot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You said everybody has a studio in their bedroom, which means there's a bunch of people starting ideas, but you're not gonna find a lot of people that finish ideas in bedroom studios as much, right? So
For sure, that's the easy part. But the easy part is starting it, and the hard part is actually having something done at the end. And I feel like comparing the studio to the gym and consistency is just like lines right up because the more
yeah,
comfortable you are in the studio, especially if you're writing and recording, getting a song done, that's just going to be easier and easier the more you do it.
yeah, but you know, it's up to you. You can always decide, like, I want to put that pressure on myself that I have to, if I'm in the studio, I only take 10 minutes to write something or to
Yeah.
do something and be performative. But it's up to you. You don't the studio is everywhere. If your phone can record, so anywhere you're at with your phone, you can make something. So the studio just happens to be one of those places for me. I made music everywhere.
Might be a while till I text.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with this one.
Text now. Might be a while. You while till I call back. Gotta
Take these two and chop them up so I can get the ending.
while till I text now. Text now. Might be a while till I call back. Gotta
Alright, let me just use those. So now, I'm gonna make a little sampler. Is this like a template thing you have?
Yeah. Quick samplers in there. You can change it to the regular sample. Whatever.
Oh, I see a sampler.
Yeah. Quick sample.
I'm getting it, bring it death right now. I just just double clicked here.
Oh, yeah. Let me close Google or something. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna save. Can I save it to the desktop or something? I'll say it.
Remember, save as much as possible.
Oh yeah.
I edited all of these chops and I didn't save.
Yeah. I've gone way farther in the project without for sure. But the autosave on it has helped me a couple times, but you can't count on it.
I've just like muscle memory at this point. As soon as I like make any change, just
Yeah.
like save.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Do the Command S real quick.
Yep.
I don't wanna hear your voice no more. I don't wanna see your face no more. I ain't gonna read your text no more. Unless you gonna say your love my way. Unless you gonna say your love my way. Unless you gonna send that body my way. She not mine. She not mine. She not mine. So she ain't getting on my teeth. I let it slide. Current time zone. Mine. She not mine. She not mine. She not mine. So she ain't getting on my time. Had a chance. I let it slide. But current time zone. She not mine.
What's up, y'all? I'm remixing my new song, Okay Bye. You're here with Made in Queens, aka Ony. Showing y'all the process.
Might be a wild time text now.
Is the MIDI controller connected?
No.
Yeah.
So it's just a dedicated space for that. It's not a pressure atmosphere. It's just the people that make it that way. So but I like the studio.
For sure. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Stronger Bond. Like, I know you do so many different kind of like arts there, and we recently recorded some stuff with the live band, and now you got a new video photo room.
Yeah, it's formerly that. It's Music Goals.
Formerly,
No,
yes.
yeah. It's Music Goals NYC. So yeah, like our studio, we have like a production room where we can record vocals, and then we have a multi-track room where we do bands, small bands, live instruments. And we recently just added another room, which is like a content space. So we have a psych wall. We can do photo shoots, video shoots. We got vocal coaches working out of there, and workshops. And yeah, it's just like a full production house now where you can do audio and video.
Yeah.
And it's been great. I've been there for like 4 years now, as a house engineer. Now I'm pretty much like a head engineer there. And my favorite thing about that place is, again, the community, because we're not one of those studios where you can just kind of like everybody has access to it. Anybody can just walk in on the street. We actually pick everybody that can work out of there. Excuse me. So the vibes are always right. Like, you're never going to be there and somebody's doing something crazy in the other studio or in the hall or so that's my favorite thing. Like, everybody that I work with, I really like, and I don't ever feel like, oh God, I gotta get through this session.
Yeah, that's a vibe I get from it. It feels like a very curated environment. Like everything I always say when you walk in, the first thing it smells nice in there. Always got some candles, and then it's good vibes, good people, good lights and decoration, and then I feel like that really reflects in the music that comes out of it.
Yeah, like there's a common stereotype of studios in Midtown Manhattan, and we're kind of we're the opposite of that, right? So there's no smoking there. People can drink, they drink responsibly, but if you can't do it at work, you can't do it at the studio. So it's like you got to be really focused. And I just feel like people always get so much done in my sessions. Whenever I've been to another studio, it's always for one song, but in my sessions we're always doing like a ton of songs. So I just feel like it's a high productive energy there.
Yeah.
And if somebody gets stuck, somebody's going to help you get unstuck. That's the other thing I like about it. So there's always a lot of love, a lot of good advice you can get there. And yeah, it's a great place to work. So
For sure. That's awesome. Yeah. It reminds me of we recorded some drums there. And one thing that reminded me a lot that I always remember about that experience, that we took so much time to like really set up the drums and the mic
yo,
and get
shout
the
out
sound right.
Alan.
Yeah, go Alan, go.
He's amazing musician, number one.
Yeah.
And as an engineer, like, your job is to be technical, but as a human being, you gotta like let people come into the space. You guys are trying to record your song, right? I'm not gonna dictate and try to be the leader and force you guys to do things the way I think. So like, I'm very accommodating. When Alan came in, he knew exactly what he wanted, and I listened and I did the things that he wanted, and he was just like, yeah, he was like, he got what he wanted. So, and some studios you go to, it's like they try to tell you how you're supposed to do something, even if you didn't ask. So I always try to at least let people see if people are ready to hear some opinions or some advice, because it's just my opinion or my advice. You can do what you want with it. So I just feel like I'm always going to listen. That's my job. I need to be a listener. Then I can apply my technical information to that so we can get the result we're looking for. So I got to listen first. I got to see if somebody's walking in and they're all tired and droopy. We're going to need at least 5 minutes to talk about, all right, well, look, we need to wake up. We about to do these 4 hours. Like, you can't be acting like this for 4 hours. Like, what's going on, bro? You know what I mean? So that comes first before we can actually get some great music out of somebody. So yeah, it's been fun, man. Like, and then because I focus on that, then I'm learning stuff about, I'm not a drummer. Alan's a drummer. So he better be teaching me about clap stacks and how to, like, he puts blankets on the toms to change it. I'm like, there's so many more tones I can get out of this drum than I ever thought. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and it was cool, especially for that song we did. It's called Time and Place, but like, you had known the song before and you had helped me work on it a bit, so you knew what kind of drum sound it needed. And then Alan spent his own time with it, knew what it needed. So you both were in there with like the same goal of like how we're gonna fill this up. And we came in really rehearsed, so it was just
major key.
Yeah,
they rehearsed. TEEJ is always on point. He's always organized. He knows exactly what he wants. But y'all had 2 rehearsals.
Yeah, for 2 tracks.
So Noah, everybody was on point. Shout out to Noah. Fantastic bass player. And I'm really excited about that song.
Yeah.
And we got to do a video. We gotta put that out, bro.
That track, yeah, maybe we'll do it.
I'm trying to let everybody know.
Space, yeah.
That's another one. Anyway.
Yeah, for sure, man. Maybe let's clip it there. How long was that? What was that?
Like 15 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just thinking that could have been a song we break down.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's all good. I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
So what's next?
We can talk about that one if you want, and then go into the what's your name again? Chevelle? Loves?
Okay. Sure, yeah.
So yeah, I guess let's talk about Time and Place since we talk about the studio there. So yeah, the song we're talking about is called Time and Place. We recorded it, and we actually recorded most of the band stuff in Musical Studios. But yeah, it was real cool because just we came in super rehearsed and performed the whole track, and it was like such a smooth process. And then after that, it was Oni mix and mastering it, and yeah, what were some things you thought about like in terms of the mastering process? Like after all the drums are in and all the sounds are done, like what was that last taking it to the finish line? How was that?
Well, sometimes people just love to throw plugins on everything or they use the same plugins. I have like a couple of plugins that I'll start a master with, but the thing about your song is that your vocals and the composition that you wrote already created such a huge feeling. You know what I'm saying? And it was like anything I'm doing as an engineer, I'm not trying to mess up the feeling that's already there. I'm trying to do things that either amplify it or remove anything that doesn't make it obvious. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the mix and the recording process had already done all the mastering, right? There was nothing for me to repair, excuse me. And it was just really about like, how can I make this as big as possible when it needs to be big, and then let the dynamics come back in so you can feel all the ebbs and flows of your composition. And that's all I was focused on for this master, because I got to record it, I got to mix it, and everything sounds really good. And you were really singing on this joint, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and but when I say that, I'm talking about like you brought the feeling, you brought the emotion. So with the bass, because Noah had a lot of emotion in his bass playing too. Everything just was like, so I'm like, all right, I just got to make this really big on the chorus. And then I feel like when it came to the verse, lyrically, what you were doing, like, because you mix in like your rapping style with your singing style and what Alan was doing on the drums, like, yeah, I'm just making sure nothing is getting in the way of people being able to feel that feeling that you guys brought to the studio. It's like a palate cleanser.
I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want to hear your, I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want to hear your, I don't want, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't want, 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 I don't want,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want to hear your, I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want to hear your voice, I don't want, I don't want, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't,
I gotta look at. I grabbed so many. I'm trying to find.
might be a wild time, might be a wild time, might be a wild, might be a wild time, might be a wild time. Text now. Okay. Let's go send that body my way. Current time zone. She not mine. Okay. Mine. She not current time zone. Current time zone. She not current time. I let it slide. 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 She not mine. I let it slide.
I'm just loading up my samples, guys.
I don't want to use this MIDI. Is your thing on Smart Snap?
Yeah.
That joint, for real. Like, I think that's a mix that I'm a reference for a lot of other stuff I do with bands.
Nice.
Every time I play it, people are like, what's on the bass? What did you do to the bass? I'm like, he practiced.
Yeah.
That's what's on the bass.
Yeah.
Noah's a beast. Like, practice. Sometimes that's what it is. Like, Alan too. Like, I remember that's not my first session with Alan. And in the time between the last session I did with Alan, and it's been like probably a year almost since that one, Alan put in that work. So his stick placement, he knows how hard and how soft to hit the snare, right? He knows the tone he's trying to get out of each part of his kit.
Yeah.
So it's like he did the mixing in a sense with his the way he practices and the way he studies his instrument. So that's what practice is all about. That's what doing cover songs is all about as well. Like a cover song is a cheap vocal coach, right? It's a cheap guitar teacher. Like, play a song that's really hard to play on your instrument, practice it, do the cover for it, record yourself trying to replace that artist, and they're gonna kick your ass and they're gonna teach you things it's gonna start getting your gears turning in ways they would never turn if you were just sitting by yourself. So that's why that's the power of cover songs.
Yeah.
And so in terms of the creative process, like, that's how I came up initially, like having relative pitch before I got classically trained, because I was classically trained on the violin.
Oh yeah.
That was when I was like, oh, reading music, like, oh, okay, get my reading glasses. But I already could hear all the scales by ear, so I would learn a song quickly. I had that advantage over people. But yeah, essentially, like, most of those virtuoso musicians, from when they're kids, they're just learning everybody else's music until somebody shows you can be an artist. You can make your own stuff too.
Yeah.
And so just because now you're an artist, it doesn't mean you stop doing the covers though, right?
It's the study, the practice is.
It's not, yeah.
You know, it's about learning like the song and the technique, and it's not that you have to take every piece of it, but you can take what you like from it and notice what you don't like.
Exactly. Like, and a lot of people now, they're just using cover songs because I have to make content. They might do it for a trend that's going around right now, whatever it is. And it's like, cover songs are not just for content and to show people that you can sing or play something. Cover songs are to kick your ass. And there's a lot of covers that should never come out and see the light of day because you were just supposed to get whatever gem. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like, highly recommend, if you're trying to save some money, just do more covers, right? If you don't know how to practice or what to practice, do covers. And perform your covers, not just learn the song, but record it like a recording artist and perform it as a performing artist. Because you're going to see, like, okay, some songs translate well on stage, some don't. Some are only good for the studio, and some are just to help you learn how to develop whatever aspect of your craft you need to work on. So
Yeah, for sure. I know some producers, man, that go down that rabbit hole where they try to recreate popular songs that they
Right.
like and the production. And I'm just like, wow, that's next level dedication. Like trying to get it exactly how they get it, and then they make a type beat off of that, and they make something
Facts.
similar to it.
yeah, like as an engineer, I got stems for songs I'm not supposed to have, like from from some legends. I won't say any names and I won't say who I got it from, but trying to mix the song to make it sound how it did when that legendary iconic song came out, you learn so much. You learn that you don't need all of this stuff. Like that's what I would learn. It's like salt and pepper, EQ and compression. Everything else is the practice of the musicians, the writing. Is the song good? I can't mix a song into a better song. I can mix your song into a high quality version of itself. If it's a crappy song, it's going to be a high quality format of a crappy song, right? So that's it. But there's nothing wrong with building up those muscles. You know what I'm saying? So my first beats were whack. My first songs are whack. They're not that whack anymore. It's just consistency and discipline. So just not giving up. And yeah, man, just keep going.
Right, building up those muscles and doing it. Like the more you have to get through those first couple beats that don't sound good, to learn how to even make them, the actual process, the building up those foundational muscles of how to get the sounds out, before you can really get what's in your head.
Do it
onto the
dirty.
sound. Yeah.
Also, good shit is like you almost like discover it rather than like you creating it. So it's like you have to like go through a bunch of bullshit to like sift out all that to like get to the good shit. Kind of like you have to make a lot of
Like it's coming to you, and you have to clear the channel, clear the vessel.
It's like sifting for gold in a stream or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Do it dirty. Like the first artist I ever worked with, me and him were big fans of Pharrell. So it was like, oh, can you make a beat like Pharrell? And I was like trying my hardest, and it was never going to be close to that. And then we made a demo anyway, because we just doing it dirty, doing it the best we can do with what we got. And then now I got to mix it. Oh my God. Those mixes are crazy, bro. Crazy. And I went to audio engineering school, so that didn't help the mixes. It just helped me identify. I could clearly articulate how terrible it was. Everybody could hear it and be like, everybody can hear it and say, that doesn't sound good. What can we, and I would be like, yeah, it seems like there's too much distortion on everything. It's distorted as hell. But yeah, I kind of want to start doing that now, like going back to my old music and mixing it now as me now, or like maybe remixing it or reproducing it now. Like, they do the remaster of da-da-da-da. Like, I might do that for myself. That could be a whole project that I do of like the first songs. It could be before and afters. Of like not giving up. Because I feel like that's the only thing we're fighting is just like, is it ever, like some people stop and give up or take down their old stuff and it never sees the light of day again. I hope nobody remembers. And it's like, show it. Hey, that's what got me to this point. So I could show it some love. Like I had some weird experimental craziness.
Me too, man. People like seeing the process,
Yeah.
For sure. It's funny you say about remixing your old stuff, man. So my first project ever with my band in high school, like you wouldn't believe how we recorded that stuff. I literally had no idea anything about recording, production at all. We just had 5 songs we wanted to record, and I had Logic Pro. I think Peter gave me Logic Pro in high school.
You had
Back
Logic
in
in high school?
It was like 6 or 7.
Oh my
cracked.
God.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about anything on it.
That's crazy.
But we literally just like put a mic up in a rehearsal studio. and did the songs without vocals, and then I went home and recorded the vocals over it. So good luck for me trying to remix those now. It's like just one mic with the bass, guitar, and drums, 3 instruments, and then I just did vocals, man. I don't remember what
that sounds like a new genre.
Yeah. And it's some like psychedelic alternative rock stuff too. So it was like it was different, man. But
So you were lo-fi before lo-fi.
very lo-fi, like low fidelity is what it was. Yeah,
That's
for
fire.
sure.
But yeah, like I think, don't be embarrassed about your early stuff that you put out. There's no
Yeah.
reason to take it down. Don't be like, you got to start somewhere. Like that's the whole thing. Like the most inspiring content is like those people that are like 400 pounds and you see them when they were 400
Yeah.
pounds and then now they're like got 6-pack abs. They get the most, they go viral more.
Yeah, and you got
The-
more stuff out there that people can that they really like your new stuff. They might want to check out the cringy old stuff, and it still like listens for you.
The more obese you were before,
Mm-hmm.
the more viral you're gonna go. So the worse your music was, it's probably gonna be inspire more people. You're gonna be more inspiring. I think you're forgetting. You got to remember, like as artists, we are leaders of not just being yourself, but being open-minded and being vulnerable, right?
Mm.
So you're kind of like backing out of who you are in a way by removing that stuff. Like,
Right? It's
forget
kind of
about
like
it.
hiding. It's like taking it back.
No.
You know, it's like no, you released it
It's
out
more
there.
inspiring to me, like, and it's funny because you can see those 2016. Like, you ever see the Post Malone, like the first
I've
YouTube
seen some
video?
of his early stuff. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it went viral because of how bad it was, or like
Yeah.
how cheesy or corny. And now he's like one of the biggest pop stars.
Yeah, and those songs still have millions of views.
Imagine he took all of that stuff down, because
Yeah.
those things are going viral now because of like the fits and
Hmm.
the swag and everything. Like it's a timepiece. Like
Yeah.
so, yeah, man, we can't give up on any part. The old part, the present part, and the part that's to come is all a part of this story. So
Yeah.
if you changed your look, if you went through some phases, more relatable. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's building your personal brand is better. I remember like in my band there was a time where like we were wearing bow ties and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like then they went through a phase where they were wearing a mask. And then they, it's like that's all a part of the journey of self-expression. Like they were looking for what's gonna work for them. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
So
and finding yourself, that's something that inspires other people to find themselves, and try new things until you get it,
mhm.
For sure. Cool. I think that's a cool bookmark.
Where are your you guys? You said what lab? Sub lab has drums. Oh,
That's my drum kit, yeah. It's a trap kit. It's a million too.
that's weird. No. Was I pressing something else? Cause it's like those other notes. Oh, I just got multiple
Yeah.
regions. Okay, good. I was just.
Can you get the phone charger open?
Yes. Bro, that took me to like 70%.
Supercharger, yeah.
Damn. What's What's up with this? I have to solo it from the group. I'm not getting anything from here. That's so weird. Do I have to do it on the sound itself?
From what?
Is that
Oh.
what this is?
Yeah, I instead of putting them into the group thing, I put them straight into the bus channel.
So should I do it whatever I'm trying to affect?
On the drums,
not
yeah.
on this. Okay. Cause I'm like, I'm not hearing nothing happening.
I can flip this vertical, right, Pete?
Yeah. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah, okay. Hang on.
This is Chevelle is an incredible singer and a songwriter. She's a poet. And she was the one that always was mentioning like she was a healer. But I really think she is a healer with her words and her genuine ability to inspire people and remind them of who they really are. Before she was doing music, she was doing that, you know, and her community, I feel like, was just women in general. Because a lot of women, especially on social media now, it's hard for them to deal with identity. Like, they got to look a certain way all the time. And, like, you know, so I really liked her page even before we started dropping music, where she would just write words of inspiration, and she was already going viral off of that, you know. But anyway, discovered Chevelle. She was working at a Airbnb that had a studio in it. So she was just there to let us in the studio. And the artist that I was there, you know, he always lets everybody writes together. Shout out Jameer. He was like, "You come on, y'all got something to say too. We can add whatever you thinking about this. You can put it in the song. Like, don't be afraid." And she like opened up and showed like, "Oh yeah, I do like poetry. I write stuff. Like, I think, you know, I love talking about stuff like this." And she had ideas for the verse. And just for me observing like how she was creatively, like her creative input, I was like, "Oh, she's like an artist. She could write songs. I could tell." And then we heard her sing, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. Like, why aren't you in the booth? Like, what's going on?" So that's how we met. She's just working at this Airbnb and then got caught like co-writing a song.
Nice.
So I was like, "Look, if you ever want to record anything, or I could show you how to finish a song, how to pick out beats, etc., like just hit me up." And like literally like a year later, she went from like not even thinking she could do music like that to like she's performing everywhere. She's all over the East Coast right now, killing it. She got brand new music. We just released Gemini Moon. I got to help her like do some background vocals on that.
Oh, nice.
Helped her finish record it and master it at my studio. She like works with multiple engineers and producers, so but she always comes to me for like, "I need help with the background vocals." So pretty much like with her, she already knows what she wants to say. It's about capturing it and documenting it. So I'm really big on using voice memos because everybody knows what that is, right? But she graduated from that and she's like using BandLab. So the funny thing, like she went to another studio, she recorded this song, she had the demo on BandLab. And when she went to the studio to record it, it came out more like serious and stiff. And she didn't really like the studio version of it because in the demo version, she's just like laying down, relaxing at home, and she's just singing. You know what I mean? And I was like, we could use those background vocals from your demo,
Nice.
right? So BandLab, guys, it's free. Like,
That's the iPhone one?
it's a browser
Oh.
and it's an app. So if you don't want to it can work on anything that goes www dot. You can go on any browser to use it and record, right?
Nice.
And so I literally like, okay, we're gonna record this song just like you did in your demo. We're actually gonna use the vocals from your band lab session. And we're gonna redo the leads on this very expensive microphone, whatever. So
Nice.
yeah, BandLab is like a major gem. So the demo is always going to lead you to victory. Like that's the best way to prepare for your recording sessions. And she's just like a master of knowing what she wants to say, but she just needed like a step-by-step process to kind of like, you know, build a routine around it. So I showed her how to do top line melodies and then fill in the words because she's a lyricist. So it's like, I got all these words, and it's like you're ignoring the melody, you're ignoring the rhythm because you're letting the syllables and all these words you got determine what your flow is going to be, right? So it's great to have all your ideas, document them, use BandLab to be that sketch pad for you, and then pick out your favorites. And anyway, I just wanted to bring her up because like she's like, you give her a task, she's gonna knock it out. And now it's like she's got so much music that's coming out on a regular basis. And she's just growing so quick. So she doesn't need the studio. She's always gonna have bangers, right? Whether they're mixed or not. Nobody in the studio cares about that. You know, like when you're meeting up and collaborating, it's like, oh, I got a hook on this beat, or I got a verse for this beat, or I got, you know, it's not just you have to sing it for them on the spot. You could just hit play on your demo and we can get to work right away. So yeah, like she's like my favorite new artist right now.
That's dope. Let's check out this song by her called Gemini Moon.
Yeah.
Nice. Take a listen. Yeah, I see the music video.
Mm.
I'll just move your chair like ever so slightly this way a little bit.
Stormy.
That was the one you were saying.
Yeah, this is another song that I helped her out with, but that wasn't the song that I was talking about initially with the backgrounds from Band
Oh
Lab.
yeah.
This was another one she did. I just helped with some of the backgrounds, and she actually worked with an engineer called Mars on this. He's pretty dope. Shout out Sound B and B in New York as well. They be
Nice.
killing it. But yeah, she's great, man. And she's only been like not even 2 years, like a little bit over a year. She's got incredible music out. And yeah, it's like, I feel like if she didn't run into us, I don't know what she would have ended up doing, but it's just crazy. Like what I was saying about the community, like that's so important. And,
Oh yeah.
The phone stand?
Oh, I don't think I moved it.
Oh, it's here.
am I in your way, bro?
Nope.
Yeah, so like that's the power of community, right? Like, and every new artist is really hard when you're starting, like to keep that momentum going. because things are gonna get in the way. Like, oh, I gotta learn about royalties. I gotta like figure out how to build a fan base. I gotta
Yeah.
make content. It's all these things that could like end up slowing somebody down or making them like feel like it's not worth it. Maybe it should just be a personal thing. And I'm like so excited about her, and I feel like she's gonna be a huge name because there's so much. If you go through like all her music, it's just like so many people are really getting the messages from it and like thank you for this. I got a mantra to help me get through my day type of thing. And I
Nice.
feel like that's what artists, you know, that's what we need from them. You know, we
Right.
buy soap from the pharmacy and then we need music that's gonna like keep our batteries charged up so
Yeah.
we could get through the week. So yeah, man, she's dope.
For sure. That's awesome, man. That's cool. You found an artist that, you know, you feel like you could really build on this with. And on top, you said the community, but the community mixed with the consistency and discipline is just like, you know, that's the sauce. That's the machine, the factory where all the stuff gets done, you know?
Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. She's on a performance, so she's performing in Philly a lot right now. She's
Nice.
performing in New York. So definitely check out Chevelle Loves. She's on TikTok everywhere. You want to get music, you want to get content, Chevelle Loves. Really dope.
Nice. Awesome, man. Where could people find you at?
I'm made in Queens, made in QNS. So you can hit my website. You can find me on Made in QNS NY on Instagram. Made in QNS on. I don't really use TikTok like that. I'm about to go crazy though on TikTok soon. Yeah, because again, like giving away all the process of how to finish a song. How do I know when I'm ready to get to the studio?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be giving a whole lot of tips and gems on that platform, defining more words, showing people how to make a demo, how to finish a demo. How do I know when I'm finished with the writing process? How to harmonize, how to record yourself,
Yeah.
how to do everything you need to do. And then now I'm ready to pass the ball to the engineer. I'm ready to like get it mixed and mastered, what that process is like. So if you're a new artist, you're trying to learn how to develop some of these skills. Maybe you're really strong creatively, but you don't know the technical stuff. Like if you follow me or check out any of my stuff, I'm always giving away all the answers, and you can always reach out to me and ask me specific questions. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's what I
man.
do.
I feel like a cool series I always thought about is teaching people about just studio etiquette, you know, and what that means. And it's not even like
Oh my
polite, like
God.
part of it could be politeness etiquette, but also, you know, just what the engineer is expecting when they meet up with an artist. Like what's the best ways, you know, how it could be a smooth process. You know, I remember that when I had my stint as an engineer in a studio, you know, like producers coming in and it's like the beat wasn't sent or something, you know, or they didn't know exactly what they wanted to work on. And I'm just like, I could have these things ready and prepared, you know, and the studio and the session could go much smoother, you know. So artists sometimes feel like it might not have been a smooth session, but it's just like what could they have done, you know, to help the engineer make it the best it
You
can
wanna
be.
you wanna go over that real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Number one, the lead vocal is not the only thing. Like if you're a vocalist or whatever your instrument is, you just because you know what your part is, that the part that you're actually going to perform, that doesn't mean you're ready for the session. That just means you know what you need to play when it's time to record. That doesn't mean you're ready for the studio. Like there's a ton of people that might practice, like I'll use a drummer instead of a singer, right? They'll practice at home on their kit. Are they going to bring their kit to the studio? Maybe not. Then they're like, oh, how am I going to get the sound I want without that drum kit? They're so focused on practicing and getting a sound. And then they come to the studio and now they got to spend an hour to get the drums sounding the way they want them to, right?
Yeah.
So same thing for a vocalist. If you wrote the lead vocals and you don't have any background vocals, you're not done.
Yeah.
As a recording artist, like unless it's like a record that doesn't have any backgrounds, how you know your voice has to compete with the whole instrumental.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, man, that's why I keep talking about this, because it still happens now. Like somebody will record, we finally get through all the leads, and then I'm like, all right, so are we done recording everything for the song? And they're like, well, I guess. Should I add harmonies? I'm like,
Right.
oh, this is a writing session.
Yeah.
They're like, well, no, this is a recording session. We're here to, oh, yeah, but you don't know what to record yet. You didn't finish writing the song.
Exactly. Yeah. It should be intentional. Like, I feel like the backgrounds and harmonies, that's part of the writing process, and it should be explored, you know, because even sometimes, like an artist, I like when it's just like, what about harmonies for the verse? No harmonies for the verse. It's just lead. You know, when that's intentional and that's
Yeah.
like, you know, that's what you want, as opposed to being like, does it need it? Do I want that? It's just having that, you know, we explored it already, and you know.
Now it's time to graduate from voice memos and you get band lab because you have more tracks to do backgrounds, to do harmonies, to try out other things. So don't just focus on what you need to perform. Look at every aspect of the song and make sure everything's ready and everybody's prepared. Whether you're the solo artist or you're working in a band as a team, you gotta, even if you're not the bass player, make sure the bass player's good and he has everything he needs for his session. That's gonna change your whole session, right? And so that's preparation for me, just with the song. Then we can talk about, like, don't bring people that, they're like, we're bringing the wrong people to the studio session, right? Because then your session could end a lot earlier than you think. You know, like your best friend comes, she's having an argument with her boyfriend. That becomes your recording session.
Yeah. The energy of it just changes the session, you know?
Couples, that's another one, right? If it's your boyfriend or girlfriend and you bring them to the studio session, y'all could get in an argument. That's going to be your session. I've seen like brothers and sisters arguing and yelling in the studio, which is like, it's okay to have disagreements and arguments and stuff, but it definitely changes. It could end the session early. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen. Also, it's okay to eat. Plan for food. Get energy levels checked out. Either eat ahead of time. I know some people, they go on starvation mode.
Yeah, that's me.
They don't want
That's
anything in their system. They want the ether to power. But it's like, yo, if you know this is going to be a long session and you're going to be doing a lot of whatever you need to do and there's not going to be breaks with other things, after 2 hours, you know you're going to need something, right? So it's okay. Like, think about that. Think about those. And I've seen people that they come with like crystals and they come with everything imaginable to prepare, and the song's not finished. Right? So it's like I feel like there's those two different kinds of people where like you can bring, you know, all different kinds of lucky charms and see your lucky sweater and a picture of this person and all these kind of things. There's those kind of people, and then the people that just, they're so focused on the song that they're just overstressed because they're overthinking every little thing. So they can't even record because they're even still trying to like change things and like be over prepared. And it's like, you got to figure out, what do I actually need and when am I actually finished? Now I'm ready to go and execute. Let's get it done. So
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing, because if you're creating stress, that's going to slow down what's going to happen in the studio. And then you're going to be sitting there. This is where all the anxiety is coming from. You know what I mean? So it just keeps changing the session every time. It's just really a session of anxiety. What form of anxiety? So there's no need to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I do like the Demo God Zoom sessions, right? Like with my clients, like, hey, show me your demo. Let's see where you're at. Let's see if you're really ready for the studio.
Yeah.
During that, so we just talking about the song before the session even starts, and they're already like telling me like, yeah, I don't really know about that second verse. Da, da, da. I'm glad we didn't book the session.
Yeah.
So now maybe you need to finish writing a better ending for that verse or whatever it is. So yeah, highly recommend like have a mix, have the best of both worlds. Have the people that are gonna cheer you on at the studio. They're not gonna bring drama. Make sure your song's done, and eat. Even if you want to be a lone wolf that's starving in the wilderness during the session, bring a drink or something because you're gonna get tired.
Yeah, or at least plan for it accordingly, you know? if you want to plan for some rest or plan for a break, you know, don't just plan to have 4
Yes.
hours of tracking vocals, you know, because
Mhm.
maybe you can, but maybe it might not end up that way. So have a backup, you know.
Yeah, like there's no need to create all of this pressure. You need to be at your best.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in a state of anxiety. That's gonna get into the song.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the backwards piano. Yeah, it's like I'm just trying to set up the basics.
Yeah.
Because my favorite thing to do is kind of try to tell that story with the words and try to rearrange your lyrics a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we want to get somebody pregnant too, like.
Baby mama song.
And it's hard to get the timing right.
Yeah. Isn't there a way to like lock in the timing on the
It's
sample?
the way your grid is different from mine. For some, I never have issues, but I think it's just a simple thing as a setting.
Can't you hit that? Yeah, the snap or the snap.
It is on smart, but it's just not acting smart. It's doing. I don't know what it's doing.
Logic is being illogical.
I don't know. It's like usually it's a very. I don't think about it. It just usually happens. So. You see, it's not letting me do. All right, it's working. I'm just trying to be patient.
Oh, yeah. No orbit.
It's taking me. It's a little bit different, but that's the basic idea.
No, that's so dope. Hell yeah.
But definitely send this to me.
Yeah, I'm listening to the whole project.
The what?
The
Yeah,
whole
you could just
project.
send. You could zip the session,
Yeah.
or you could airdrop. Actually, you could just airdrop it to me. I have my
Let me I'll make sure to bounce in place the things that you might not have into audio files, like the sublab and the, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Just in case the plugins don't match up and yeah.
Oh.
Probably a couple things.
The main thing is the sampler.
Yeah.
I already have the hard bounce in place and the sampler. If anything else doesn't work, it's okay.
Okay.
So I'll just.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. We could just bounce. this.
Yeah.
Usually, well, I'll just leave it how I usually leave it. No, we don't want this. You bounce with normalize on? Is that usually there?
I don't know.
Shit. Bro, you need to pay attention. That should always
Yeah.
be off. Always.
Yeah, any kind of mastering work you did
It's
is gonna be
trying to
just
master
like it's gonna like
song.
undo shit you
I
did.
usually
yeah.
don't even see this on here. It looks different.
So you usually should see all of these details.
Yeah. Oh, in that.
You can set the setting. It should be like 320 on both. But since you didn't know, I'll just I don't need this filter. So yeah, I'll just bounce this as the reference. It's in the sheds 3D thing, right? I'm sorry, I didn't. But as long as I have the reference, it's all good. Because the bass sounds that I have and the drums that I have are like, okay.
Say it one more time for the live stream?
Huh?
Like from the jump one more time for the live? Yeah.
anyway, a couple of gems for you guys.
For sure. It's a good intro to studio etiquette, man. I feel like knowing those things is enough for an artist to be like better prepared and have a better studio session, you know, whether it's the first one they've had or whether it's one that, you know, someone they know, but they want to make it run faster and try something new.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. One also one I would consider is like being like it's helped me a lot knowing what bounces and you want at the end of a session.
Making time for files.
Making time for files, yeah.
Bring a hard drive.
Yeah,
Bring a hard drive.
definitely.
Bring a hard drive. Bring a hard drive. Buy one.
Yeah, big one.
I don't care if it's a USB stick. You can. What if the place catches on fire?
Yeah.
What if the computer breaks? Anything happens. Somebody else is going to be using that same studio you were in. What if they wreck it? What if somebody spills water all over the computer? Whatever. Like anything can happen. Back your stuff up.
Yeah, or something happens like you email it and somehow the email doesn't go through or whatever. There's so many things that can happen. But I was saying too, on top of knowing making time for files and having it, like knowing what it is you want. Because like for me, I want the master track, the clean track, the acapellas, the instrumental, you know, and whatever else. Sometimes I even want the stems of a track, you know, to be remixed and all these
Because you
things.
do the loop pedal thing.
Yeah, exactly. How I arrange the songs. You never know what you might want from these songs in the future. So I feel like once the song is like bookmarked and done, it's good to have all the files that you're ever going to need. Because I've even had some artists I've worked with and they're just like, oh, I got this track, but I didn't get the master totally done or I didn't get the mix totally done and I don't have the stems. And it's just like, welp, there goes that. Like now you're kind of stuck with what you have.
Start from scratch.
Yeah, start from scratch or you're stuck with it, you know? And it's just like, it's unfortunate. But I try to remember just like try to get everything you can because it's like what you don't have on you, pretend like it doesn't exist, you know? Because it's your material, your property at the end of the day. And hopefully it's backed up in the other places.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Because that's what you're paying for. Like you're going there to record and then keep the recordings, not just record that day and then never see them ever again. So another thing, acapellas are really good content.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite people that I work with is Nico. And Nico don't even need an instrumental. Just the acapella viral. You know what I'm saying? I think acapellas are another gem too with your process. If you're trying to get better with isolating, being able to hear things in the music, like when all the parts of the song are playing at the same time, it can be hard to focus in on things. So listening just to acapellas, listening just to instrumentals to help you dissect the song and get more creative or inspire you for how you can approach your music, you know? So acapellas are really powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
Performance tracks. You need to kind of like work with the engineer on that because sometimes you need the lead from the recording to help you. Like if you don't have a hype man and you're just dolo on stage with a backing track, you might need to like have some of your leads in there for you. The engineer might just do whatever they want. They might just mute all the leads and now you can't breathe. You don't have anybody to back you up. So yeah, performance tracks, they take a little bit more time, but they're pretty fast. So make time for that.
All good things happen in a session, right? That's also something that can be prepared, like, you know, going into it. Like, after everything's recorded and done, this is what I need at the end, you know?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Make 25, 30 minutes for that, depending on how intricate the song is, you know?
Right? Because especially making time for that, like, I've had sessions where you don't make time for that, and then you're rushing that process at the end, and then something gets printed out wrong, and it's just like, oh, man. And then you're going home listening to it. You're like, I was in the studio all day.
Revisions.
Yeah. For sure.
Revisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process. Even when you think you're done, you're not done.
Yeah. So you are done, man. I really feel like sometimes when we're in the studio mixing my songs, and I've said this before, but it feels like I'm getting a tattoo, you know? It feels like the, just that's what
And you be with the headphones. TEEJ goes back in the booth and he's like,
yeah.
You're so serious, bro. It's so funny because you're so laid back. And then if we talk about changing anything with his song, he's like, no, I got to be there for that.
Yeah.
No. Like nothing's going on without my presence.
Oh yeah, I like being in the room, and I like that's true. I hear it. We're hearing it on the speakers for the whole session. I'm just like, wait, I got to hear it on the headphones.
I want to. You're like making sure you get what you're getting and nothing else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when possible, right?
That's how like most people are gonna be hearing it. They're gonna be hearing it through their like
Cell phone, the broken headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's car that's only a subwoofer. Too much bass. Cause I've actually messed up some subwoofer. Like the way I used to mix, I always was bass heavy. All like it don't matter what. It could have been an acoustic, like song with guitar and vocalist. I'm gonna make a bass to add in there. So I'm gonna take some of the tones from the guitar and make a bass line out of it. Like I was always adding too much bass. And then I went into like I had a homie. He had a Honda CRV with a big sub in the back. If you're in New York City, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, we should play the song I just made. This beat is crazy. He was like, yo, you trying to break my windows, bro? What the hell's going on? He was so tight.
Break the windows? Is that
Yo, the bass was crazy.
That's crazy.
Because
What?
so I mean, it wasn't fully mixed and mastered, but at the end of the day, like if I would have mixed and mastered it, the bass would have stayed that loud anyway. But he knows how to use his sound system. He's always got his bass cranked, but he's not gonna break his car or like destroy his speakers. So he was experienced enough to know like I was wilding. But but yeah, man, like, you know, mastering, that's really the purpose of mastering. Like mixing is the 9 months of pregnancy. And then mastering is just like clean it up, make sure it sounds good on all playback devices, whether it's going to be a phone, a proper sound system, a car, whatever. Listen to it in as many different environments as possible, and you're getting a consistent playback of like I can hear everything in the mix that I need to hear, even though some speakers can't support bass, etc. You can still hear the bass a little bit. You know, it's just certain things are not physically possible. Sometimes there's going to be too much bass, too much vocals, not enough drums, whatever it is. Little tweaks, but yeah, mastering is not a big deal. Mastering doesn't fix your mix either. Mastering just makes it, like you said, playback devices, consistent sound,
Yeah,
and
consistent.
clarity. Clean the baby. The mastering engineer is just the guys there. It's time for the birthday, right? Time to give birth to this baby you've been working on for 9 months. So you're just cleaning it up, making it louder. And sometimes you can use mastering to create more impact. So like on an EDM record where the drop comes in is like psh, the bass and everything. You can do little things to make that slap harder that you wouldn't necessarily think about how to do that in a mix. It's easier to kind of automate it in mastering. But other than that, it's not crazy wizardry. Like it's pretty simple.
Getting it to the right level for like different platforms and shit.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to
Yeah.
to over compress shit like when it goes up.
Yeah, make it loud enough to compete with if you're an indie artist, right? Or innovate. Mastering, I feel like could be the new mixing if somebody wants to get creative. Like it's so wide open. So that's pretty much what a DJ is. They just take mastered records and they play with them. But yeah, like I forgot what we were talking about, but
Talk about a lot.
there's so many steps in the process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, studio etiquette. So make time for those files. Once you get done with that mastering, and be open to share the files too. Like you can release your acapella, you can release instrumentals, you can like you're doing that right now with the TEEJ remix,
Yeah.
which we're gonna get into. Which like release your song and release the other parts of the song individually too.
Yeah.
And if you're open to it, you can do contests. That's a good way to promote your music, right? So now everybody has access to the acapella, and you can have a remix competition. And now you got all of these people like engaging with your music, learning about your song. It might not be the original, but it'll lead them to you either way. So we should probably. I'm gonna see if I can get you in the club.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do with your acapella, bro.
Nice. Let's do it.
Huh?
We're okay, bye?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're gonna get weird, bro.
Let's get into it, man.
Well, your voice is capable of a lot more than. Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe like a future house kind of thing. We'll see. Or maybe we can do the drum and bass. That might be fun.
He's getting all the drum and bass.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's get into that, man. But it's been awesome having you on
Thank
this
you.
podcast so far. We'll logging out. But yeah, man, you guys can hit up Oni. He does so much, you know, like he said, he has the mixing, mastering, production, songwriting. Like he's such a great tool and engineer and helps you get the project to the final product, you know, and that's a big strength he has of his. And all the artists he works with, you know, it's always a good vibe, good sound. And yeah, so hit up Oni, made in Queens. See you guys next time. Peace.